prefer to arrive early, often the day before the party, so as not to miss out on any of the drinking.
Welcome to the Thalmor Embassy.
There's not enough drinking in the world today, wouldn't you agree?
Alright, gang, we have infiltrated the Thalmor Embassy in Skyrim. And we're going to see if they're behind the return of the dragons in the land. Recently, I posted a short that asked people their opinion on the Thalmor, and it is very interesting. The Thalmor's just activity in Skyrim and in Tamriel, and yeah, so I feel like I know a little bit more about them now, and it definitely is enlightening to see. Yeah, the Thalmor seem to be having designs for Tamriel outside of the Empire, which they seem to be working through. So let's see how it goes.
Please, you first. I insist. Please, take your time.
Your invitation, please. Thank you, sir. Go right in.
Now then, here's
Right, here we go.
I don't have a poison dagger.
Fortunately, we're Thalmor, so that will give us a definite benefit.
I'm just doing my duty, sir.
Because the Thalmor seem to prefer each other's company, and even then, they seem to just tolerate. Because the most rudest characters in the game seem to be the High Elves.
Welcome. I don't believe we've met. I am Elenwen, the Thalmor ambassador to Skyrim, and you are? Have you? All good, I trust. But you have me at a disadvantage. I'm afraid I know nothing about you. Please, tell me more about yourself. What brings you to this... to Skyrim? What is it, Malborn?
It's just that we've run out of the Alto wine. Do I have your permission to uncork?
Ah, we got past that without telling her anything about who we are.
Yes, Madam Ambassador.
Sweet, and there's our contact. So, I mean, I think that, you know, like, I'm a High Elf, and I like the High Elves. They're proficient in magic, they have decorum, they're definitely, like, very civilized, but it seems like the Thalmor, within the Ultimary Dominion itself, the Thalmor faction is very radicalized and has genocidal tendencies, which is pretty evil.
Camped outside the walls of Whiterun. Seems they've been traveling around the whole of Skyrim peddling their wares. You've got to admire their courage, doing something like that with dragons on the loose and a war going.
Alright. So we got past without revealing our name.
To your liking.
Very much so, and thank you.
What can I get for you? You made it in. Good. As soon as you distract the guards, I'll open this door and we can get you on your way. Let's hope we both live through this day. Yes, what do you need? Here you go, sir. The finest Colovian brandy. Is there anything else I can get for you?
Let's see. Yeah, so like the High Elves, you know, cultured, very proper, but the Thalmor faction seems to be pretty devious, pretty sneaky, not part of their but you know, it seems to be a radical faction that wants genocidal domination.
I hope you're protecting yourself.
Let's see. Gotta create a distraction. Can I knock over some... It's gotta be something. Sneak.
Are you enjoying the party?
Very much so, and thank you for asking.
Conjure. I feel like anything we conjure would be not a distraction, would be seen as a sign of fighting. Yeah.
It pleases me to hear you say so.
We can't cast any spells, so we gotta figure out. Smingle.
I recall seeing you at one of these before, and I know everyone who's anyone in Skyrim.
What are you talking about?
Seeing to your needs.
We worked for Maven for a long time. What a snob.
Splendid.
See that disgusting
Oh,
drunk
you have
over
me.
there? A high-ranking official in the East Empire Company, believe it or not. Have you learned nothing about me? I have dealings with everyone. Now leave me. I don't want to arouse suspicion by talking to someone that clearly doesn't belong here.
What an uptight itch.
Till next time.
None of these people cares a whit about the religious aspects of this war. Another sign of the degeneracy of your empire. There is peace now, and that peace will continue for as long as it suits our needs. But make no mistake, this is not a peace forged out of necessity between rival nations of equal strength. It is more like the calm between storms, and the next storm, I think, will be far deadlier than the last.
Well, it's not very tactful for being an ambassador.
There are those in the Empire who would wish to evade their obligations to help root out the Talos heresy. Fortunately, those most opposed to the Emperor's wise policy have now branded themselves traitors as well as heretics. I am here to remind the ruling classes of Skyrim that their loyalty to the Emperor requires cooperation with the Thalmor.
Alright then.
Until next time.
What does a fellow need to do to get a drink around here?
What's this guy even doing here?
You must be new around here. Bad manners to ask such a direct question at one of Elenwen's little soirees. But I have nothing to hide. I'm in from the south on business. And if you want to do business in Tamriel these days, well, you'd better get used to cozying up to the Thalmor, like it or not.
Guy looks a little drunk. Maybe we can get him a little drunker, cause a distraction.
Ah, the one generous soul amongst a gathering of pinch pennies and lick spittles. If there's anything I can ever do for you, do not hesitate to call upon me. Wonderful. I can begin to repay your generosity immediately.
Make a
Stay on.
make a spectacle of yourself.
Is that all? My friend, you've come to the right person. You could say that causing a scene is somewhat of a specialty of mine.
He knows how to trend.
Stand back and behold my handiwork.
Let's check it out.
Attention, everyone. Could I have your attention, please? I have an announcement to make. I propose a toast to Elenwen, our mistress.
What are you
I
doing?
speak figuratively, of course. Nothing could be more unlikely than that someone would actually want her in their bed. Although, most of you are already in bed with her. But again, I speak figuratively, of course.
Let's go. Let's go. Before anyone notices us.
Wow, that guy's bold. That guy's probably in big trouble.
Our Thalmor overlords, would we? Someone bring me a drink, quick!
So far, so good. Let's hope nobody saw us slip out. We need to pass through the kitchen. Your gear is hidden in the larder. Just stay close and let me do any talking. Got it? Follow me.
crumbs, Malburn. You know I don't like strange smells in my kitchen.
A guest feeling ill. Leave the poor wretch be.
A guest? In the kitchens? You know this is against the rules.
Oh. Rules, is it, Savani? I didn't realize that eating moon sugar was permitted. Perhaps I should ask the ambassador.
Get out of here. I saw nothing.
I see nothing.
Gear is in that chest. I'll lock the door behind you. Don't screw this up. Come on. If someone misses me at the party, we're both dead.
You're cool, bro, but I gotta get... Okay, there we go. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about.
Hurry it up. I've got to get back before I'm missed. I need to lock the door behind you, or the patrols might notice something's wrong.
Did you
Good luck.
see those robes?
You're on your own.
Were they
Man. My goodness. I should have waited. We're sneaking the mage way. Hopefully nobody heard that. Oh my gosh. Oh, looking at Wizard the Thalmor. What do we get? We're supposed to sprint information about the dragons returning. Seriously? I'm sneaking, guys. Oh my goodness. Most non-stealthy mission ever. We're definitely not following the book on this one. Ellen Solar.
But I need that money. I earned it.
We're gonna take
My own expenses, you know.
Silence.
2 steps.
Do not presume, Gisser. You are most useful, but do not presume. We have other informants who are less offensive.
But no one else has brought you such valuable information, have they? Etienne, he's talked, hasn't he? He knows where that old man is you're looking for. He told me himself.
You'll get the rest of your money when we confirm his story, as agreed.
So he has talked. I knew it.
Everyone talks, in the end. Now, I have work to do. Leave me to it if ever you want to see the rest of your payment.
Can I could help you. He talked to me. He trusts me.
You'd like to come downstairs with me, is Is that it, Gissa? Shall we loose his bonds and put you in a cell together? You can ask him anything you like and see how he answers.
No, I'll wait outside.
That would probably be best. Now, get out.
He can't treat me like that. He needs me.
Footsteps.
Yes.
Oh my goodness. Let's attempt to be stealthy. It seems pointless at this point, but let's give it a try. Alright. Yeah. Interesting. Dragon investigation. Current status. What do you guys think? Do you think it's a code for a recipe? Or do you think it's actual legit information? We'll see. Irrigation chamber key. The dossier. Dossier. Let's take a look-see. First, Emissary Elwyn. We anticipate a breakthrough in our efforts to uncover the party or power behind the dragon resurrection phenomena. An informant has identified a possible lead whom we have brought back to the embassy for a full interrogation. The subject is obstinate, but by all indications is holding back the information we seek. I have authorized intermediate manual uncoiling. I do not expect there more would be necessary unless you feel time presses. I know you prefer to be present for the final questioning. I'll inform you immediately when the subject is fully receptive. 2 days should tell the tale. In the meantime, if you wish to audit our technique, your expertise is welcome. As always, I have placed the prisoner in the cell closest to your office stairs for your convenience. Yeah, so we gotta talk to... I'm guessing that's it right there. Let's take a look at the dossier. Is it dossier or Delphine. Status active, capture or kill high priority emissary level approval. Description female Britain mid-50s. Background: Delphine was a high priority target during the First War for both operational and political reasons. She was directly involved in several of the most damaging operations carried out by the Blades within the Dominion. She had been identified and was slated for initial purge, but by bad luck was recalled to Cyrodiil just before the outbreak of the hostilities. During the war, she evaded 3 attempts on her life, in one case killing an entire assassination team. Dang! Since then, we have only indirect evidence of her movements, as she has proven extremely alert to our surveillance. She should be considered very dangerous, and no move against her should be made without overwhelming force and the most careful preparation. Operational notes. She is believed to be working actively against us within Skyrim, although we have no location on her. Assumed to be working alone, as no other Blades are known to be active in Skyrim, and she has in the past avoided contact with the other fugitive Blades for her own security. One of the reasons she has so far evaded elimination. Her continued existence is an affront to all of us. Any information on her whereabouts or activities should be immediately forwarded to the third emissary. Interesting. Ulfric Stormcloak. You know who that is. That's Skyrim 101. That's the guy that we almost got executed with. He didn't get executed, but he almost me and him escaped. He's actually in Winterhold right now. Or not Winterhold, Windhelm. Status, asset, uncooperative, dormant, emissary level approval. Description, Jarl of Windhelm, leader of Stormcloak Rebellion, Imperial Legion veteran. Ulfric first came to our attention during the First War against the Empire when he was taken as a prisoner of war during the campaign for the White Gold Tower. Under interrogation, we learned of his potential value, son of the Jarl of Windhelm, and he was assigned as an asset to the interrogator, who is now first emissary to Elwyn. He was made to believe the information obtained during his interrogation was crucial in the capture of the Imperial City. The city had in fact fallen before he had broken, and then allowed to escape. Ooh, this is actually very fascinating. This could affect our understanding of the Civil War and what side we should choose. After the war, contact was established, and he had proven his worth as an asset. The so-called Markarth incident was particularly valuable from the point of view of our strategic goals in Skyrim, although it resulted in Ulfric becoming generally uncooperative to direct contact. Direct contact remains a possibility under extreme circumstances, but in general, the asset should be considered dormant. As long as the Civil War proceeds in its current indecisive fashion, we should remain hands-off. The incident at Helgen is an example where an exception had to be made. Obviously, Ulfric's death would have dramatically increased the chance of an Imperial victory, and thus harmed our overall position in Skyrim? Note the coincidental intervention of the dragon at Helgen is still under scrutiny. The obvious conclusion is that whoever is behind the dragon also has interest in the continuation of the war, but we should not assume, therefore, that their goals align with our own. A Stormcloak victory is also to be avoided, however, so even indirect aid to the Stormcloaks must be carefully managed. Wow, so the Thalmor are like playing for both teams. They're in the Empire, and they're pretending to be part of the Empire, but they're also helping aid insurrection in Skyrim and in the realms. So they might be trying to destabilize the Empire, the Imperial's Empire, to then come in and usher in the Ultimary Dominion as a new force in Tamriel. So very, very interesting. Yeah. So I don't know if Ulfric realizes this. It'd be good news to let him know. So a lot of actually very pertinent but dangerous information to possess. Ooh, cheese. Ooh, bread. Wheat. Alright. Here we go. Tighten your tushes. Okay, we gotta get down there.
Stop, please. I don't know anything else. Don't you think I'd have told you
Oh, man.
Silence. You know the rules. Do not speak unless spoken to.
Wow. That guy is daydreaming.
Let's begin a game.
No, for pity's sake.
The rules.
I've already told you everything.
Let's try this. What? That didn't kill him? I dramatically... Okay, he's gonna just come up this way, I guess. Point blank arrows, I guess. I don't know how effective that would be, but... Apparently their armor's not that sweet. Yeah, that Oriel's bow is that awesome. Sweet, so we got the, Did you die?
I told you. I don't know anything else about it.
This is a little devious. But, yeah.
Fine, whatever you want. Can't you just kill me and get it over with? There's this old man. I've seen him around Riften. I don't know where he lives. I don't know his name. Yes, he matches the description of this Esbern guy you're looking for. Maybe it's him, maybe it isn't. That's all I know, okay? Why don't you just kill me already?
But here's something.
Listen up, spy. You're trapped in here, and we have your accomplice. Surrender immediately. Or you
Take
both
that.
will die.
Never
Oh, I think that.
mind already. That's it. You win. I submit.
Oh. Let's see. Did you make it? Oh, Malborn's out. Well, it was a pretty high-risk enterprise anyway, but he served us well. He's definitely helped avert, you know, some more complications of the Civil War. All right.
I told you. I don't know anything else about it. What? Who? What do you want then? Yeah, sure. Come on, this way. I've seen the guards use it to get rid of bodies. It must lead somewhere. If you like, but we need to find a way to unlock that trapdoor.
Do. Thought we looted everybody. How do we get in the trap door? I don't know. I do not know. Thank you. I don't know. There's gotta be something. Cannot be picked. I don't know. I don't know how I feel about that. Requires a key. Okay, we'll just go one at a time. All right. There we go. Alright, let's skedaddle. Guessing a troll, maybe? He's... I guess frost trolls are pretty terrifying. It's pretty spry for a guy just being tortured. No way. We're getting there. Slowly but surely. Alright, we got out. It's crazy. A lot learned.
You didn't have to help me, so thanks.
What is that? Is that the Vampire Island? It must be. Back to Riverwood. Kind of miss being a vampire lord. It's a pretty sweet gig. The cause of distraction, we should have just turned into a werewolf. Would have been very effective.
Hmm?
Yeah, much learned. Much information gained.
Rooms and food. Drink, too. I cook. Ain't much else to tell.
What's in here?
You made it out alive, at least. Your gear's safe in my room, as promised. Did you learn anything useful? Really? That seems hard to believe. You're sure about that? Esbern? He's alive? I thought the Thalmor must have got him years ago. That crazy old man.
It's a name I have not heard in a long time.
Trail, though, if they were trying to find out what's going on with the dragons. You mean aside from wanting to kill every blade they can lay their hands on? Esbern was one of the Blade's archivists, back before the Thalmor smashed us during the Great War. He knew everything about the ancient dragon lore of the Blades. Obsessed with it, really. Nobody paid much attention back then. I guess he wasn't as crazy as we all thought. Ironic, right? The old enemies assume that every calamity must be a plot by the other side. Even so, we've got to find Esbern before they do. He'll know how to stop the dragons, if anybody does. Do they know where he is? Riften, eh? Probably down in the Ratway, then. It's where I'd go. You'd better get to Riften. Ask around the Ragged Flagon in the Ratway. It's at least a good starting point. Oh, and when you find Esbern, if you think I'm paranoid, you may have some trouble getting him to trust you. Just ask him where he was on the 30th of Frostfall. You'll know what it means.
Well, I am head of the Thieves Guild, so I think he would be able to hear me out.
The Blades have always guarded and guided the Dragonborn, but we'd forgotten why. Now our purpose is clear. I'm all that's left of the Blades, and you're the Dragonborn. Together, we're going to stop these dragons if we have to put every last one of them back in the ground. The Thalmor happened. They've been hunting down every blade they can find for the past 30 years. Thanks to the White Gold Concordat, they've been able to operate throughout the Empire with impunity.
Yeah, one of my viewers mentioned this. It was very interesting.
The Great War. Only 30 years passed and already ancient history to most people. Seems to me like it just ended. It's never really ended for me. But to answer your question, the White Gold Concordat was the fancy name they put on the peace treaty between the Empire and the Thalmor. It ended the war and saved the Empire to fight another day. Also trampled on the sacred name of Talos, and gave the Thalmor free rein to stamp out Talos worship throughout the Empire. The Thalmor happened. They've been hunting down every blade they can find for the past 30 years. Thanks to the White Gold Concordat, they've been able to operate throughout the Empire with impunity. Part of the cost of peace. Emperor Titus Mede saved his empire at a very high price. A price that included the blades. The Nords didn't like the peace treaty much either. 30 years later, the Empire ends up with the Stormcloak Rebellion on its hands. No doubt exactly as the Thalmor intended.
Yeah, interesting. So the Thalmor are trying to destabilize the Empire. They'll probably take it, probably eventually wage war and weaken, once the Empire's at a weakened state, they'll turn on them, break the Concord, and attack each other. It's pretty crazy, pretty wild.
The blades have always guarded and guided the Dragonborn. Now our purpose... Together, we're going to stop these dragons if we have to put every last one of them back in the ground. There's no simple answer to that. You want the long version or the short version? They're the rulers of the Aldmeri Dominion, what used to be the imperial provinces of Somerset Isle and Valenwood. The Thalmor take the arrogance of high elves to the extreme. They believe they are the rightful rulers of all of Tamriel. For a century or more, the Thalmor had been picking away at the Empire. Valenwood was the first, then the province of Elsewhere. But even the Blades didn't see the Great War coming. We underestimated the Thalmor, and they destroyed us.
Interesting. So yeah, definitely some greater forces at work. So one empire is weakening, another empire is rising. Alright, let's go. Skipping a hop over to Thieves Guild and the Ratways. Old stomping grounds, as in the Thieves Guild. Like, I think I'm all hoity-toity being Dragonborn and an Archmage. Yeah.
Sorry, lad. Important things to do. We'll speak another time.
Lou. Oh, no, wait. Okay. Alright, so we now know we need to talk to Freckle and gain his confidence. We're gonna go ahead and save it there. The fate of Skyrim hangs in the balance. That helps shed some enlightenment. I'm glad we did the Dragonborn quest before the Civil War quest, so I have a little more background and understanding the politics behind the Civil War. But anyway, I'm very grateful that you guys are choosing to watch my channel. If you guys like my channel, please don't forget to give it a like, subscribe, and recommend to your friends. Right, well, I look forward to seeing you guys again soon for another adventure in Skyrim.